Hey guys, so we're going to be doing these episodes on Jessie Misskelley's confessions. And we thought it'd be worth it if you guys had heard those confessions before we started talking about them. There were several, but there are only two that are recorded. So there's the initial confession, which occurred on June 3rd, 1993. This is the most famous of Jessie's confessions. It actually occurs in two parts. There's the initial confession, and then they come back in an attempt to, I think, charitably clean some things up. So then Jessie has his trial, and subsequently, after he's convicted, he will confess again. And there is a second recorded statement on February 17th, 1994. The way this will work, you will hear the first statement, then you'll hear the cleanup of that first statement, then you will hear the February 17th, 1994 statement. I will tell you, these were all recorded on good old-fashioned tape recorders. The audio is not the best, but hopefully listening to this will give you some idea of what we're dealing with here, and you'll have a better understanding when we start dissecting these statements. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you soon.
This is Detective Brian Ridge of the West Memphis Police Department, currently in the West Memphis Police Department, conducting an investigation for the offense of triple homicide, case file number 9305-0666. Currently in the office with Jessie Lloyd Misskelley Jr., birth date 7/10/75, education as a 9th grade. The place we are in the detective division. Today's date is 6/3/93. The time now is 2:44 p.m. Present in the interview will be Inspector Gary Gitchell and Jessie Misskelley. Jessie, in front of me I have a rights form. It's got your signature at the bottom of it. Is that correct? Your signature?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're informing you that we are Detective Sergeant Mike Allen and Detective Brian Ridge. Now, Detective Sergeant Mike Allen is the one that read this form to you earlier. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And I was here when he read it to you.
Yes, sir.
All right, police officers of the West Memphis Police Department. We're conducting an investigation for the offense of capital felony murder, which was committed on or about 5/5/93. Before we ask you any questions, you must know and understand your legal rights. Therefore, we warn and advise you that you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And those are your initials on the line in front of that statement?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Anything you say can be used against you in court. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
And those are your initials.
Yes, it is.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and to have him with you during questioning. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
And those are your initials.
Yes, it is.
If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish at no cost to you. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
And those are your initials.
Yes, it is.
If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Those are your initials.
Yes, it is.
You're up here of your own free will. You
Right.
came up here to answer some questions, and basically we found out some information during those questions. Is that correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay. At the bottom of this form is a waiver of rights. It says, I have read this statement of my rights, and I understand what my rights are. I am willing to make a statement and answer questions. I do not want a lawyer at this time. I understand and know what I am doing. No promises or threats have been made to me, and no pressure or force has been used against me. Is all that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And you signed the bottom of the form.
Yes, I did.
Okay. It's witnessed by Michael Wayne Allen and myself, Detective Brian Ridge. Okay. Jessie, let's go straight to that date, 5/5/93, a Wednesday, early in the morning. You received a phone call, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
Who made that phone call?
Jason Baldwin.
All right. What occurred? What did he talk about?
He called me and asked me could I go to West Memphis with him, and I told him no, I had to work and stuff. And then he told me he had to go to West Memphis, so him and Damien went. Then I went with them.
All right. When?
Wednesday.
All right. When did you go with them?
That morning.
At 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I went with them, and then
Now, were you in a car? Whose car were you on?
we walked.
Y'all walked? Okay.
Right, we walked And then
Where did you go?
went up to Robin Hood.
You went to the Robin Hood. Explain to me where those woods are.
About Blue Beacon truck wash.
Just a little patch of woods
Little patch of woods
behind Blue Beacon?
behind it. Right back there behind it.
Okay. What occurred while you were there?
When I was there, I saw Damien hit this one boy real bad, and then he started screwing him and stuff. And then
All right, you've got in front of you a picture that was taken out of the newspaper, I believe. It's got 3 boys, and these are the 3 boys that were killed on that date in Robin Hood Woods. Okay, which one of those 3 boys is it you say Damien hit? The third picture, which will be...
This boy right here?
Yeah.
All right, that's the Byers boy.
Christopher.
That's who you're pointing at?
Mm-hmm.
If you'll read the caption, the grisly slaying from left, 8-year-old Michael Moore, Stephen Branch, and Christopher Byers. Okay. So you saw Damien strike Chris Byers in the head.
Right.
What did he hit him with?
He hit him with his fist and bruised him all up real bad. Then Jason turned around and hit Steve Branch
Okay.
and started doing the same thing. Then the other one took off. Michael Moore took off running, so I chased him and grabbed him and held him till they got there, and then I left.
Okay. All right. When you get the boys back together, where are you at from the creek?
I was up by the service road.
Up by the service road? Okay. Now, when he hits the first boy, where are they at when he hits him? Are you in the woods? You on the side of the big bayou? You out in the field? Where you
I
at?
was in the woods.
In the woods. Okay, you've been down there in those woods before.
So
Can you describe to me what in those woods, what's the location where you were? Is there a path you go down?
I was down a little path.
All right, where does that path go to?
It lead out there close to the field, close to the interstate.
Okay.
Stuff where I was at.
All
I
right.
was close by the interstate.
When he hits the first boy, and then Jason hits another boy, and one takes off running,
And I chased
where does he run to?
that one, he runs out, going out the park, and I chased him and grabbed him and brought him back.
Which way does he go? I mean, does he going back towards where the houses
He
are?
goes
Is he
back-
going to Blue Beacon? Is he going out towards the field?
He goes
Where's he
back-
running to?
Towards the houses.
Towards the houses.
Where the pipe is that goes across the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
He ran out there, and I caught him and brought him back. And then I took off.
Okay. Well, you came back a little bit later, and all 3 boys are tied. Is that right?
And then I took off and went home.
All right. Have they got their clothes on when you saw them tied?
They had them off.
They had already gotten them off. When he first hit the boy, when Damien first hit the first boy, did they have their clothes on then? All right. When did they take their clothes off?
Right after they beat up all 3 of them and beat them up real bad.
Beat them up real bad. And then they took their clothes off.
And
Then they tied them.
then they tied them up, tied their hands up. They start screwing them and stuff, cutting them and stuff. And I saw it and I turned around and looked. And then I took off running. I went home. And then they called me and asked me how come I didn't stay. And I told them I just couldn't.
Just couldn't stay for that.
I couldn't stand to see what they was doing to them.
Okay. Now, when it's going on, when it's taking place, you saw somebody with a knife. Who had a knife?
Jason.
Jason had a knife. What did he cut with the knife? What did you see him cut, or who did you see him cut?
I saw him cut one of the little boys.
All right, where did he cut him at?
He was cutting him in the face.
Cutting him in the face. All right. Another boy was cut, I understand. Where was he cut at?
At the bottom.
On his bottom? Was he face down and he was cutting on him, or?
He was.
Now, you talking about bottom, do you mean right here? In his growing area? Okay. So
You know what his penis is?
Yeah, that's where he was cut at.
That's where he was cut.
Which boy was that?
That right there.
You're talking about the Byers boy again? Okay.
Are you sure that he was the one that was cut?
That's when I seen him cutting on.
Do you know what a penis is?
Yes.
Is that where he was cutting?
That's why I seen him going down that. And he was on his back. I seen him going down like that real close to his penis and stuff. And I saw some blood, and that's when I took off.
Were y'all close to the creek at that point?
Yes.
Where was the little boy actually at?
He was close. About.
All right, you know where the bayou is.
Right.
All right, and you know where the little creek is that goes out to the expressway. And doesn't have a lot of water in it, but it's got some water in it, and it's flowing through there. Which side of that creek were you on? Were you on the Memphis side of the creek, or were you on the Blue Beacon side of that creek?
Blue Beacon.
On the Blue Beacon. So there's like a tall bank. Where were you at on that bank?
I was standing up on top.
All right, where were they at?
They was at the bottom.
On which side?
The Memphis side.
They were on the Memphis side.
I was on the.
All right, we're going to correct that even further. That's the east side. Memphis side is the east side. And you were standing at the top of the bank on the west side. Were you looking down at what was going on?
I was looking down. And after I seen all that, I took off.
Okay. And when you left, did you hear any more hollering or anything?
No.
All right. You went home. And about what time was it that all this was taking place?
They called me about.
I'm not saying when they called you. I'm saying what time was it that you were actually there in the park?
I was there about 12.
About noon? Okay. Was it after school? Had let out?
I didn't go to school.
What these other boys?
No, they skipped school.
They skipped
They
school.
was going to catch their bus or stuff, and they was on their bikes. So
All right. They were on their bikes. Where were their bikes at?
they laid their bikes down when they came out there to the when they hollered for them, told them to come out there.
Where did they lay their bikes down? That's what I'm asking.
I don't know where they laid their bikes at down there, cause I was behind Damien and them, way behind them.
Okay.
And when they hollered, then I seen them boys.
Little boys came on over.
Mm-hmm.
Had Damien seen these boys before?
Yes.
Has he done things with them before? Or has he just been watching them?
He's
Has he
been
had
watching.
sex with
He's
them
been
before?
watching them.
Has he ever had sex with any of them before?
No, he's been watching them.
He's been watching. You mentioned earlier that at one of the meetings you went to with this cult thing, they had some pictures. Describe those pictures for me.
It had some houses, the trees and stuff.
Okay. Had somebody taken pictures of these boys?
Mm-hmm.
Were they in the houses or were they in these trees when they took those pictures?
They were at the houses.
At the houses. Did they take like one picture of one boy?
It was in a group.
Always three?
It was a group of pictures of three. All
Okay.
three of them.
All three of them would generally be together.
Mm-hmm.
How many pictures did you see altogether?
I just saw one.
Okay. And it had these same three boys in it?
Mm-hmm.
You're certain of that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you say the boys skipped school that day? These little boys did?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
They was going to going somewhere, and like I said, Damien and them left before I did. I told them I'd meet them there and stuff. I had to get ready and stuff. I'd meet them there. And it was early in the morning, so they went ahead and met me up. They went ahead and went up there, and then I came up, later on behind them.
What time did you get there?
I got there about 9.
In the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Of Wednesday morning?
Mm-hmm.
And
What time is it right now?
Right now?
Yeah. You don't know what time it is?
do you not wear a watch?
It's at home.
So
my dad woke me up this morning.
your time period might not be exactly right what you're saying.
Right.
But it was like early in the day, but you don't know exactly what time. Okay. Because I've got some real confusion with the times you're telling me. But now, this 9 o'clock in the evening call that you've got, explain that to me.
Well, after all the stuff happened that night that they done it,
Okay.
I went home about noon. Then they called me at
Okay.
9 o'clock that night. They called me.
Okay. And what did they tell you on the telephone?
They asked me how come I left so early and stuff. And I told them I couldn't stand there watching it no more, so I had to do something to get out of there.
Okay. Who called you?
Jason,
And you mentioned you heard some voice in the background.
I heard some Damien.
And what else? I think you said that he made the call from his house.
He made a call from his house, and Damien was hollering in the background and said, we done it, we done it. What we gonna do if somebody saw us? What we gonna do?
Okay. Now, the knives. Was there one knife, two knives? Was your knife there? Did somebody take you and use your knife? Do you have a knife?
I got one knife.
Where is it at?
It's at home.
Okay. The knife that you said Jason was using, where is it?
I don't know what he done with it, because after I left, then that's when I don't know what they done with it. After I left, I don't know what they
He
done
didn't
with
tell
it.
you he hid it somewhere?
Yeah.
Son, I got a feeling here. You're not quite telling me everything. Now we're recording everything. So this is very, very important to tell us the entire truth. If you were there the whole time, then tell us you were there the whole time. Don't leave anything out. This is very, very important. Now just tell us the truth.
I was there till they tied him up. And then that's when I left. After they tied him up, I left.
But you saw them cutting on the boys.
I saw them cutting on him. And then
So what else left is there after that?
they laid the knife down beside him. And I saw them tying them up. And then that's when I left.
Were the boys conscious or were they
They was unconscious then.
unconscious?
And then
Okay.
after I left, they done more.
They done more.
They started screwing them again.
Okay. How were they screwing them when you saw them?
Jason stuck his in one of them's mouth, and Damien was screwing one of them up the ass and stuff.
Okay. All right. And the one that they were cutting the penis off of, did any of them, or cutting the penis or whatever was being done, did they have sex with him at all?
No,
Did either one of them?
Jason did.
Jason did.
Jason was screwing him while Damien stuck his in his mouth, in that little boy's mouth.
Okay. How did he have sex with that one?
Damien, he was holding him down, like,
Uh-huh.
and Jason had his legs up in the air, and that little boy was kicking, saying, don't, like that.
Okay. He had his legs up in the air. All right. What was to keep these little boys from running off? If just their hands are tied, what's to keep them from running off?
They beat him up so bad, well, they can't hardly move. They have their hands tied down,
All right,
and just sit on them.
You said they had their hands tied down. Were their hands tied in a fashion to where they couldn't have run? You tell me.
They could run. They just had them tied. When they knock them down and stuff, they can hold their arms and stuff, and hold them down like where he couldn't raise up. And the other one pick his legs up.
Okay. So they had them under control. You were there the whole time that was taking place?
That was it.
Okay. One of them was cut on the face real bad. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was being cut on his penis.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Did anyone use a stick and hit the boys with?
Damien had kind of a big old stick when he hit that first one, after he hit him with his fist, knocked him down, then he got him a big old stick and hit him.
What did the stick look like? I mean, was it like a big log like that, or is it a stick?
I'll say it was about that big around. I'll say about that long.
Okay.
About the size of a baseball bat, maybe just a little bit bigger around.
Yeah. That's the size of
That's what you described with your hands, right?
Right.
Okay. How long was the knife that Jason was using?
About that
All right, you're describing a knife that would be about 6 inches long. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of blade did it have on it?
Like a regular knife blade.
Was it a knife that you fold up, or was it like a hunting knife
It
that's
was
just
a-
one piece?
Just you fold up knife.
It was a folding knife?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does Damien have a knife?
No,
He doesn't have one? He didn't have one that
he
night?
didn't have one that day.
Did he borrow yours?
No, he bought mine.
Okay.
Did they have a briefcase with them? You didn't see a
I
briefcase?
didn't see a briefcase. Not unless they left it there that day before it happened. Not unless they left it there with anybody and said it down there that day.
Have you ever seen them with a briefcase before?
I seen that one night. I seen it with them that night.
Okay. What is kept inside that briefcase?
They had some cocaine and a little gun.
Is that where you first saw the pictures
Mm-hmm.
of the boys?
Out there in Lake Shore.
And you saw the pictures in the briefcase?
Mm-hmm. When we had that call.
Okay. Now you have participated in this cult, right?
Yes.
How long have you been involved in it?
Been in about 3 months.
Okay. Tell me some of the things y'all do typically in the woods as being in this cult.
We go out, kill dogs and stuff, and then kill girls out there.
All right, what do you do with the girls while you're out there?
We screw them and stuff.
Does just everybody take turns?
Everybody, and then all I have are orgies and stuff like that.
Okay.
When you kill a dog, what do you do with it?
We usually skin it, build a little bonfire, and eat it and stuff.
Okay. When you're initiating somebody new to come into a cult, what actually is done to initiate that person into the cult?
We usually, kill the animals, see if he knows, how to handle the meat and stuff. After we kill it, see if he knows. If he can't handle it, then he don't get in.
Okay. So he kills an animal. You mentioned earlier that he may have to eat part of that animal. What part of the animal would he eat?
Part of his, the meat off his leg.
Meat off his leg.
And if he can't eat it, then he don't get in.
Doesn't get into the club. Okay. Now, on these meetings, have they ever been violent? Anybody got mad and got in a fight?
No.
Okay. The night you were in these woods, had y'all been in the water?
Yeah, we been in water. We was in there playing around in it.
You were playing around in the water. All right. What were you doing in the water
Just,
besides just playing? I mean, did the little boys, had they been in the water? Did they get in the water with y'all?
No, they didn't get in water with us.
Okay. What were you doing in the water?
We were just sitting there throwing stuff at each other.
Okay. Were y'all having sex?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't.
No.
Was Damien and Jason having sex?
They take turns going up under the water.
Going under the water. What were they doing under the water?
I don't know. They sit so far away. They go up in the water, stay for about, I'd say about 5-10 seconds, and then come up, and the other one go down.
Okay. So they were just messing around in the water. All right. They called for these boys to come over there?
Yeah, they seen them boys, and then they hollered, Damien hollered, say hey, and the boys came out there.
Did they call them by name?
They just hollered and then they just showed up.
Where did the boys put their bikes?
Closed right there before you come in. They laid it down right there.
Okay.
And I don't know what, after I left, I don't know what they done with the bike.
You didn't do anything to the bikes at all?
No,
Are you sure?
positive.
You didn't touch the bikes?
Didn't touch them.
You've been back to this place since that murder,
Mm-hmm.
since it took place. What did you do while you were there? And be truthful.
I sit down there. I just sit there after what they did to the boys. I just sit there,
And did what?
just thought what happened to them real bad. I just thought,
Okay.
and then I left and stuff.
And stuff.
I just left and walked on.
When did you go back there?
2 or 3 days after it happened, and I left.
Were you there by yourself?
I said by myself.
Did you go there with some more boys once?
It was me, David, and
To
Dennis.
that particular place?
No, not to that.
Are you willing to go down there with us and us have a camcorder and you show us where these things took place? Could you do that? Wouldn't have any problem with that.
Not that I know of, I wouldn't.
Huh?
Not that I know of, I wouldn't have a problem.
But you would be able to point out where these things took place,
Mm-hmm.
which way the boys came from,
Mm-hmm.
and where y'all were when he hollered for the boys, and stuff like that. You wouldn't have any problem with that?
Because after the murder and stuff, like I said, about 2 or 3 days later, after it happened, I went in there and thought about it, and I ain't been there ever since.
Okay. Let me ask you something. This is real serious, and I want you to be real truthful. And I want you to think about it before you answer it. Don't just say yes or no real quick. I want you to think about it. Did you actually hit any of these boys?
No,
Now tell us the truth.
no,
Okay. Did you actually rape any of these boys?
no,
Did you actually kill any of these boys?
no.
Did you see any of the boys actually killed?
Yes.
Okay. Which one did you see killed?
That right there.
That you're pointing to the Byers boy again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And how was he actually killed?
He choked him real bad, like.
Choking him. Okay. What was he choking him with?
It was like a stick. It was a little stick and kind of holding it over his neck.
Okay. So he was choking him to the point to where he actually went unconscious. So at that point, you feel like he was dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Did any of the other 2 boys, were you there when they were actually killed? You say you got sick of what you were saying. Did you throw up or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you throw up at?
I got a little bit of ways after we took scene that I left about half a mile up the road. That's when I threw up and stuff. I couldn't hardly run or nothing. I just threw up.
When you left from where? Did you leave running?
Mm-hmm.
Were you hiding?
I didn't hide.
You had some blood on your clothes?
I had no blood on me. I didn't get close to him.
Were your clothes wet still?
Mm-hmm. They was damp.
Muddy?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Inspector Gitchell touched on a point. Real close. Now, what clothes was Jason wearing that day, that night?
He wears some blue jeans and some boots, like army boots, like.
Army boots? And what kind of a shirt? I mean, you know, everybody wears a special shirt for different things.
He's wearing a Megadeth shirt.
A Megadeth,
Not Megadeth, Metallica.
Metallica shirt. All right, was he wearing a cap? Anything like that?
No, he didn't wear a cap.
All right, Damien. What was Damien wearing?
Damien had some black pants on, some boots, and a black t-shirt.
All right, was anything on his shirt?
Just,
No kind of design or
no,
anything?
Just black.
These blue jeans that Jason was wearing, they designer jeans? Were they old jeans, wore out, holes?
They wore out.
What did it look like?
They had holes in the knees and stuff.
Holes in the knees. What color is Jason's hair?
Blonde.
Bright blonde or like a sandy reddish type blonde? You know the difference?
It's like a sandy color blonde.
Sandy color blonde? Okay. He's wearing blue jeans. He had a Metallica shirt. This is a shirt that's got Metallica across the front of it spelled out and a man's name or something under it, or a picture. Is that right? You tell me.
They had pictures.
Picture of somebody?
Different shirts have, different Metallica shirts got different pictures.
Well, which one did he have?
He had the, the sky skull on and stuff like.
A skull. Okay. What were you wearing that day?
I was just wearing regular blue jeans, my shoes, and
What kind of shoes were you wearing?
my Adidas.
Adidas tennis shoes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What kind of shirt were you wearing?
I was just wearing a regular, one of my old greasy up t-shirts.
Okay. Was it a design shirt, like this bull run type shirt, or was it just a plain white
Plain white.
old t-shirt? Where are these shoes at now?
A friend of mine got them. He borrowed them.
All right. Who is that?
Buddy Lucas.
Buddy Lucas?
He borrowed them from me.
The boots that Damien had on, are they army type boots too, or what kind of boots were they?
It's close, like army type, not quite.
Okay. They're black. Is that right? Lace up? Okay. And Jason's black, lace up?
Jason was black up to about 3/4 wide.
Oh, they come way up on him. Okay. Damien's didn't come up that far? Okay. Okay. When they killed the boys, you decided to go. You went home. How long after you got home before you received a phone call? 30 minutes? An hour? An hour after you got home? Okay. So they were there for a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
When he called you on the phone, did he say you just got in?
Oh, he called me when he first called me. He said, how come I left? I told him I couldn't stand it. I had to do something else.
Okay.
And then
You couldn't stand it.
And then I heard Damien in the background saying, we done it, what we gonna do now? What about if somebody saw us?
Okay. Did anybody see you leave
No,
that you know of?
that I know of.
Did anybody see Damien and Jason?
I don't know, I left before then.
But have you heard anybody say that they saw Damien and Jason? You hadn't heard anybody? Okay. Now these initiations, you said they eat part of the leg muscles,
Yeah.
leg meat.
Yeah.
Would that involve eating part of the penis of the animal? Just the meat?
Just the meat.
Okay. Has Jason and Damien talked to you since this happened? They haven't talked to you about this?
They ain't say nothing around me. Well, not because I'm around some more of my friends. They don't say nothing.
Well, when you've been by yourself, and I'm sure in the last 3 weeks you've been by yourself with them sometime.
I mean, with Damien, he just he keeps on asking me how come I left and stuff. And has anybody said anything to me about it?
Okay. What did he say about when you came to the police department? That boy, you seeing that boy in the woods up there behind the Goodyear place? What did he say about that?
He didn't know nothing about that.
He doesn't know that? Okay. What about when you get with Jason by himself?
He keeps on asking me what we're going to do next. I told him I can't do nothing now because I go with my dad every day. I'll make an excuse because...
So they're scared. Is that right?
They're scared because after what they did, I told them I just bring up every excuse. I go work with my dad every time or something. I gotta do something.
Well, what do you think ought to be done to them for killing these boys?
I think they need to be put away for a while.
Put away for a while. Do you think they're sick or just mean?
I think they're sick.
They're sick. Okay. Is there anything else you want to add to this statement?
No.
Why did you not come forward with this information?
Because I was scared.
Scared of Damien or scared of the police?
Scared of the police.
Are you scared of Damien now?
No.
Are you scared of the police now?
No.
You're not? So we've treated you well. Okay. All right. I'm going to conclude this interview. The time is 3:18.
At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Let me sit there right here.
Jesse,
When you got with the boys and with Jason and Baldwin, when you three were in the woods and then the little boys come up, about what time was it when the boys came up to the woods?
I say it was about 5 or so. 5 or 6.
Now, did you have your watch on at the time?
Mm-mm.
You didn't have your watch on?
Mm-mm.
Aren't you told me earlier it's around 7 or 8 or which time is it?
It's 7 or 8.
Are you?
It was starting to get dark.
Okay.
I remember it was starting to get dark.
Okay. Well, that clears it up. I didn't know. That's what I was wondering. Was it getting dark or what?
We got out there at 6, but the boys came up when it was starting to get dark.
Okay. So you and Jason and Baldwin, Damien, y'all got there right at 6?
About 6.
Is that a normal time y'all meet at 6?
Yeah.
Okay. When you do your cult stuff, does 6 mean something? I mean, is that a time you normally do meet?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all met out there at 6, and then the boys come up about what time?
About 7.
About 7 o'clock. Okay. So y'all were out there with the boys and all this stuff going on, and until you noticed it started getting dark. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, you're sure about that?
Yes.
Okay. 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 Hold on just a minute. Okay, Jesse, I'd asked you about your clothing, and you said that, what were you wearing?
I was wearing blue jeans and a white shirt and some kind of basketball deal on it. Some tennis shoes.
All right, your shirt, was it what kind of shirt was it?
It was a white shirt with a basketball on around it.
Is it a shirt like you got on now?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what kind of shirt is it like you got on now? That's a what, a t-shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you had a white t-shirt with a basketball design on it? Okay, what about shoes? What kind of shoes did you have on?
White, blue, Adidas.
White and blue?
Uh-huh.
And who has those shoes now?
Buddy Lucas.
And how old's Buddy?
About 18 or 19.
Why does he have your shoes?
We was coming home one day, it was raining, and he didn't have nothing else to wear, so he put on one of my shoes.
Okay. And where does he live at?
In Lakeshore.
Is there...
By a church.
Is there a street or anything?
There's a street ball. They didn't get no names on it, though.
What street is the church on?
On, as soon as you get off Cherry Street, it's Cherry Street, right in front of it.
Off of Cherry Street?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are there any vehicles around close by that I could recognize that trailer?
It should be a green truck and a brown van. And there's a basketball goal right there where that green truck's at. There's a basketball goal.
All right, who tied the boys up?
Damien.
Did Damien just tie them all up, or did anyone help Damien? Or?
Jason helped him.
Okay. And what did they use to tie them up?
A rope.
Okay. What color was the rope?
Brown.
Did you ever see the boys in the water?
Yeah. Some by water.
All right. How did the boys get in the water?
They pulled them in the water.
All right. When you say they, who is it that pulled them to the water?
Jason and Damien.
Do you wear a belt?
Nope.
Does Jason wear a belt?
Mm-mm.
Does Damien wear a belt?
Yeah.
What kind of belt does he wear?
A black leather belt with a beads, like little beads around it.
With beads around it?
Like little beads, stubbies weird.
Okay. About how thick is the belt?
About 4 inches.
Now, do you know what 4 inches looks like?
About like that. The belt was about like that.
Okay. I don't think that's quite 4 inches, but probably about 3, something like that. Which boys were raped?
The Myers and the Branch.
Okay. So you know them by name and face well enough to call them by name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you see the Moore boy? Was he raped?
No.
All right. Who raped those 2 boys?
Jason and Damien.
Do you know which one raped which boy, or how did that happen?
Damien raped the Myers by himself, and Damien raped the Branch.
All right. Give that to me again there.
Damien raped the Myers by himself, and Jason and Damien raped the Branch.
Did anyone have oral sex with the boys?
Yes, Damien and Jason.
How many of them did they do that to?
Just 2. Branch and Myers.
How did they keep the boys quiet?
Put their hands over their mouth.
Did they do anything else other than put their hands over their mouth? How did they finally keep them from being quiet? Because the boys bound to have been hollering.
They stuck their hand over their mouth first, and then they stuck a shirt to their mouth.
Okay, did they do anything else to them to make them be quiet?
They stuck a thing in their mouth.
Okay. Were they hitting them before that or afterwards?
Before and after.
Just
Trying to keep them off of them.
Just all the time?
Trying to keep Jason and Damien off of them.
Now they whose shirts did they put in their mouth? Jason and Damien do each other, have sex with each other. Did they have any oral sex on the boys?
Yes, they one of them stuck their thing in one of the boys' mouth, while the other one got the other one at the butt and stuff.
Okay, but did anyone go down on the boys and maybe suck theirs or something?
No, I didn't see neither one of them do that.
You didn't see that? Did they pinch their penis in any way? Or were rough with it or anything like that?
I haven't seen nothing like that. Not rough with I just seen them.
But you didn't see anyone go down on the boys?
Mm-mm.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. That Coke was kind of cold, huh? I tell you, it tasted pretty good to me, though. Jessie, now the boys' hands are tied up, right?
Right.
How did they force these boys to have oral sex on them? How did they have a hold of them?
One of them had him held by the arms, while the other one got behind him and stuff.
Did he ever hold him up here, or?
The one that was holding him up at the front, grabbing him by his headlock.
Had him in a headlock? Did he have him any other way?
He was holding him like this, by his head like this, and stuff.
Could he have been holding him up here, like that?
I was too far away. He was holding right there by his head like this. And he was pulling him.
Okay. So who, was one of them doing that or both of them doing it? Was Jason
I hold him like Damien did it, and then they took turns.
So they both did it to all three of the boys?
Just them two.
Just the two of them?
Yeah.
But they both, Jason and Damien, did it to two of the boys, and they took turns. Mm-hmm. And they would hold, tell me again about their hands on, I mean, I know you're holding it up here.
By their head and stuff, and just pull.
All right, so they're up here, had their hands?
By their ears and pull.
All right, okay. Say that again for me now.
I hold them by the head, by the ears, and pull them.
Okay.
Requested of the judge that it be delayed until the psychiatric evaluation could be performed, and that the court indicated that this statement could be taken before that evaluation over the objection of Mr. Stitter. That's correct. And that this statement will be tape recorded, and a copy of that tape will be provided to defense counsel, and that at this point no promises have been made as to any deals or benefits that will be granted to Kelly as a result of this statement. There have been no negotiations. Would you state your name? Before you get started, I would like to make a regard to what I have and have not advised me. Okay. Jesse, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. And listen very carefully to what I have to tell you. I told you that I had sense. Is that correct? What you said? And that this new evidence may on and the court could possibly get on based on this evidence. Is that correct? Yes, sir. Okay. Statement was against my advice and wishes. What you said? Okay. So I'm advising you that I don't think it's a good idea for you to give this statement. Do you understand that? Yes, I do. Okay. The board's giving you the same advice. Yes, I do. A little louder, Jesse.
Yes, I do.
One second. Thank you, Tom. Wow, real sound. So you understand that my advice to you is that you not say anything. You understand that?
Yes.
And you're 18 years old, and you understand that I've asked for a mental evaluation?
I don't know if you did or not.
I asked the court if I could have an opportunity to get you the psychiatric help that you asked for when I was down in Pine Bluff on Tuesday. You remember asking for that?
Yes, I do.
You asked me to get you a psychiatrist?
Yes, I need help.
Okay. And that's why I asked the judge for an opportunity to get you that evaluation before you made any statement. You understand that?
Yes.
And you also understand that, again, it's my advice that you not talk or give any kind of statement here tonight until we have a chance to file a motion for new trial and get you the evaluations completed. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
And it is your decision to go ahead and make a statement anyway.
Yes.
But you still want to give a statement despite my advice and counsel.
Yes, because I want something done about it.
Okay. So, is there any part of what I just told you that you don't understand?
No.
You understand everything?
Yeah.
You want to make this statement regardless of my advice against doing so.
Yeah.
You want to have an opportunity to talk to anyone else, your father or anyone, before you make the statement?
Might need to talk to my father. I'm not sure.
It's your decision. You're 18 years old.
Yes, I am.
Do you want to talk to your father or not?
No, I guess you do.
You realize that once you make the statement, there's no turning back.
I know there's no coming back.
Anything you want to add to that, Greg? Jesse? You realize that I don't always agree with everything Dan says, but this time I agree that I don't think you should say anything. You know that? You're well telling you I don't think you should say anything.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Okay. Once you understand that. And you want to anyway. Is that right?
Right, because I want something done.
Okay. Let me ask you a couple of questions before you get into it. Jesse, when you were brought here, since you've been here with the deputy sheriff, I think you got here about 5, is that correct? Okay, now nobody has questioned you anything about what happened, is that correct?
No.
Okay, how have we treated you?
Nice.
Okay, has anybody been rude to you or anything?
No.
Now, we had burger sandwich, and I asked Mr. Crow on the telephone, that's all right. He said, that's perfectly all right. I went and we purchased you a cheeseburger, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you had a few, I think I gave you a couple of Diet Cokes. Would you drink them all? Would you drink those, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, but you haven't been promised anything for your testimony, and you want to give it free and voluntarily, and nobody's mistreated you. Okay. Would you state your name, please, Jesse?
Jessie, Lloyd, and Misskelley, Jr.
And Jesse, how old are you?
18.
And what's your birthday?
July the 10th, 1975.
Okay. And where were you residing prior to the time you were arrested? Before you were arrested?
Highland Trailer Park.
Okay. Now, I want to attention back to the date the 3 little boys were murdered. If you would, on that day, did you go to Robin Hood Woods?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. And who did you go there with?
Damien and Jason.
Okay. And when you went there, what happened when you got to the woods?
We sit there for a while, and the little boys came up.
Okay. What was you? Had you had anything to drink, or had you done any drugs, anything like that prior to that time, or during that
I
time?
was drinking
Okay. What were you drinking?
whiskey and women.
Okay. And do you recall whether it was daylight or dark when you got to the woods?
It was still daylight.
Okay. And do you know or do you have any idea what time it was about when you got to the woods?
No, I don't.
Okay. Now, where did you enter the woods from?
By Breeze.
Okay. And when you work it?
On the service road.
Okay. You entered the woods by a bridge near the service road? Okay. Were you all, who was with you at that point?
Jason and Dane.
Where did you get with them?
Lake Shore.
Okay. And was there anybody else with you?
No.
Okay. And when you entered the woods near that bridge, what happened next?
We just sit out there and start drinking. You know what I'm saying? We heard some noise. And we go to here. And then we just sit there. And all of a sudden he did, and the little boys come up and we drank them.
Now, when you say that, prior to the boys coming up, what was Damien doing?
He was just sitting there and waiting for us.
Okay. Was he drinking too?
Mm-hmm.
What was he drinking?
He was drinking beer.
Okay. And what about Jason?
Same time.
Okay. Did they appear to be intoxicated?
To me, it was.
Okay. What about you? Did you drink to the point you were intoxicated?
I drank to the point I was asleep.
And when you drank anything with the whiskey?
No.
Okay. And what brand was it?
And we,
Okay. Where did you get that from?
Vicky Electrical.
Okay. Was there anybody with you when you got there?
No.
Okay. Were you the only one there when you got Evan Williams from her? Okay. And how much, when did you make arrangements for her to get there?
And I'm not there.
Okay. Now, where had you been right before hooking up or getting with Damien and Jason?
Well, that morning I went to West Memphis with him.
Okay. And about what time did you get through roofing?
I got off at dinner time.
Okay. And after you got off at dinner time, what were you doing right before you met up with Jason and Damien? Where had you been?
I was with one.
Okay. And had you seen anybody at Highland Trailer Park right before you left to meet up with those two?
Yes.
Okay. And who had you seen?
Lewis, Susie, Stephanie, Pat, Bubba, Cody, Stephanie, Bobby. Some cops. And there's more people out there too.
Okay. And so it was after, do you have any idea what time it was when you left the trailer park, approximately?
I don't know what time it was. I didn't have my watch.
Okay. And where were you when, as far as between the trailer park and Robin Hood Woods, when you ran into or came across Jason and Damien?
I went to Lake Shore.
Okay. Is that where you met them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where were they when you met them?
By the Fire Interstate.
Okay. Did you know ahead of time you were going to meet them there?
Yes.
Okay. And how did you know that?
Well, Damien. I talked to him a couple times, and he wanted me to go to West Memphis with him and Jason. Found some girls, and I went.
You know what you were going to?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Now, how did you get from Lake Shore to the woods? What route did you take?
We walked by Walmart. And on the first road.
Okay. You remember what Damien was wearing?
I can't remember to this day.
Okay. You remember,
I can't remember to this day.
okay. You remember what Jason was wearing?
No, I don't. I can remember what I was wearing.
What were you wearing?
I was wearing a white shirt, I had a basketball, something on the front of it, and I had blue jeans, and white and blue Adidas.
Okay. Now, after you got in the woods, do you have any idea how long you were in the woods before the kids came up?
Not very long.
Okay. Now, connection to the creek that runs through the woods. You know what I'm talking about when I say there's a creek running through it?
Yeah, because it goes up under the creek.
Okay. The creek that runs under the service road? Okay. Were y'all in the creek, out of the creek?
Out of the creek.
Okay. Were all three of you out of the creek?
Yeah.
Okay. And were you on the Blue Beacon side or the Memphis side of the creek when the boys came up? Let me ask that again. The creek that runs under the service road and into Robin Hood Woods, okay, one side and one side of it's closer to Memphis. One side. Were y'all on the Blue Beacon or on the Memphis side of that creek?
Blue Beacon.
Okay. And where did the boys come from? Or do you know?
I don't know.
Okay. When did you first know they were in the woods?
All I know is I heard some kids hollering.
Okay. And what happened at that point?
And then you start making some noises to get their attention and they come over to where he's at.
When you say you must get their attention, what did he do?
Holler a little bit.
Okay. And when they came over, what happened?
And then Damien jumped on him. The military started big on Damien. And me and Jason jumped on him.
Do you know which one Damien jumped on?
One of them had long hair.
Okay. Which two was it that jumped on Damien when he jumped on the other one?
I can't remember.
Okay. What happened at that point? Damien jumps on one and the other two jump on him. What happens next?
Me and Jason grabbed him.
Okay.
And forced it out.
Who did Jason grab? What did that boy say?
I remember.
What was that wearing? Okay. You said something about the boy that was wearing a uniform.
Some were Boy Scouts.
Okay. Now, when you go in and just grab one and ask what? We're describing what you Jay said.
Yeah, first he won them on legs, a little bit scratch, you know. The other one, probably started hitting, pulling his tank up and got on top of the cover.
Okay. Now, you said you probably hit one and then cut him the right of his face. Okay. Was that good person the one he jumped on and that denied? What were you doing this time?
Still hit one.
What was hitting him?
My feet.
How many times did it hit him?
I don't know.
What part of his body was hitting him?
Face.
Okay. What was he doing this time?
The one that cut on this. His fingers on his lifted up on it.
That's what you saw me and what else was there?
He grabbed one of them by the ears. He grabbed one of them by the ears. Trying to pull his ear off the top. Because he's going for his time ear.
Were the kids, the three little boys, were they saying anything or doing anything during this?
They were saying, stop, stop.
And what about the boy that you were hitting? Was he saying that?
And he was telling me to stop, and I stopped. And then he told me, no, don't stop. And I got on him.
Now, did anybody, at what point, or at this point when you're doing that, did they have their clothes on? Okay. Were they, at some point, did they get hit with anything besides your fist?
Stick.
Who hit them with the stick?
Now I think one of them is
You know, when you say that, you remember what kind of stick Damien had? You saw those sticks we had in court?
no, I didn't look at them.
Okay.
I know it was sticky. Like somebody carved something into it or something. You know, part of the ball off of it.
Okay. You know how long it was? Was it as long as a baseball bat or longer?
It was longer than baseball bat.
Okay. And describe for me what it looked like as far as you say it looked like something carved on it.
Like a piece of the bark off of it.
Was that at the end or middle or bottom? Or you with it? Now,
Catching, I want to make sure I picked it up.
I can't remember.
okay. Now, when you were hit, when you say that you were hitting them and Jason and Damien were hitting them, were the boys still conscious at that point? The little boys?
Yeah.
Okay. At what point did you notice or did you ever see them when they didn't appear to be conscious or they appeared to have been knocked out?
No.
Okay. Now, at any point, were you there the whole time while this was going on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How far were you from Damien and Jason?
I was pretty good ways from it.
Okay. When you say no, let's see. You know how?
From here to that door over there.
Okay, the door outside this building.
No, the door to the next room.
Okay, so it'd been about, say, 10 yards or something.
Something like that. Maybe not even that.
Okay. And could you see what they were doing?
I didn't pay attention to them. I just kept on looking at one.
Okay. And was that the boy that had the Boy Cub Scout uniform on? Okay. Now, what did you see Jason and Damien do to the other two?
Well, Damien was going to screw one of them.
When you say he was going to screw him, what did you see him do?
Well, then you go see his anus in it, that little boy behind.
Okay.
But as far as I could,
When you say he was going to, what did you see Damien do and what happened between him and that little boy as far as that goes?
I don't understand what
Okay. You said that he was going to screw the little boy or stick his penis in his behind. What did you see Damien do?
he didn't do it.
Okay.
He was going to it, and he didn't.
Now, what was it that Damien did that made you think he was going to do that?
Well, I seen the boy's pants down.
How did his pants get down?
He pulled them.
Who pulled him?
Damien.
Okay. And was the boy running when that happened, or was he trying to get away, or what was happening?
He was keeping his feet.
Okay. And then what else did Damien do besides pull his pants down, the little boy's pants down, that made you think he was going to screw him?
What do you mean?
What did you see? You said that Damien pulled his pants, the little boy's pants down. Did you see Damien do anything else that indicated he was going to screw him? Damien have his clothes on, or did he, at that point?
He had his pants unbuttoned.
Okay. And at that point, what was Jason doing at that time?
Yeah, he pulled one of his boys' pants down on top of him, and started swinging.
Okay. When you say he started,
He was swinging his arm.
Okay. Around it. Can you show me what you mean by that?
He was coming like this.
Like hit me?
Yeah.
Was
Like he was swinging a swing blade.
Okay. Was the boy lying face down or face up?
Face up.
Okay. And did Jason have anything in his hands at that point?
He had a knife.
Okay. And where was he actually hitting him with the knife or with his fist?
Well, the blade was open.
Okay. Could you see where he was he cutting the boy?
No, it looked like he was swinging in there with his leg.
Okay. Did you ever see one of the boys get cut with a knife?
After he got through, then I noticed what he done.
Okay. What did you see?
I thought that boy, missing everything.
When you saw that, describe to me what you saw Jason do and what you saw happen.
Well, when he was doing that, I seen blood flying.
Where did the blood go?
Not grass, weed, like, he was laying around there.
What did the boy do when that happened?
And he started hollering.
Okay.
And they just put a shirt over his mouth.
Can you speak up?
He put a shirt over his mouth.
What did Jason do after that?
Then he came over where I was at.
What did he do then?
He wanted to do that one I was sitting. He wanted to do him the same way, and I wouldn't let him.
What did you say to him?
I told him, I said, I leave you to the other. No, you ain't doing this like that.
What did Jason do then?
He looked at me real weird, told me that knife, and he just walked off.
And had you seen that knife before?
Yeah.
Whose knife was it? What did it look like?
I can't remember. He used all kinds of knives. All I know is a lock blade.
You say a lock blade, one that folds out and locks?
Yeah.
Okay. And what happened to the boys? Did you say, well, just after you see Jason do that and he comes to you, what happens next?
Well, Damien was squealing. Jason went back to that one boy, started hitting him some more.
And when you say the one boy,
He cut.
okay, is that the one who had his penis cut?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Jason goes back to him. What's he doing to him when he goes back to him?
He just started hitting his face. Oh, yeah.
What are you doing at that point? When you see him go back, he's castrated and he's hitting the boy in the face, what are you doing?
I didn't stop what I was doing.
What about the boy that you've been hitting on? What's he doing at that point?
Nothing. He was unconscious.
Okay. Were you still holding on to him?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you have him held?
Out of hand.
And Jason, go back to the other boy. Describe to me what Damien's doing at this point. Jessie, you told me that Jason came over to you and then went back to the boy that had been castrated and started hitting him in the face. What was Damien doing at that point?
He was still holding him. Still messing with them boys. That boy's ears.
Okay. And you said that the boy that you had was unconscious. Tell me what happened next. What you remember happened next.
I let him go. After that, I let him go, and Damien told me don't. So I kept on having on to him and started hitting some more.
And were the other two boys still conscious? You said the one you had was unconscious. Were the other two boys still conscious at that point?
Well, the one that got castrated, he wasn't moving that much no more. I figured, he might have been dead or whatever. I wouldn't do that.
Now, what happens next? You said Damien still got the other one, Jason's got one, you've got one. What happens next?
Damien was messing with
We've turned the tape over, at least one of the tapes over. Jessie, you said that you got sick going home that night. You mean sick at your stomach? Going up?
drunk till I get sick.
Okay. And remember where you were when you threw up?
It was in grass.
Okay. Remember where it was in relation to the road or the overpasses or
Yes,
anything?
I overpass.
Okay. What'd you do at your bottle?
I busted it.
Okay. Where at?
On the side of a, like a slope going down over the overpass.
Okay. Would have been where the bridge goes over one of the interstates?
Yeah, like coming from, from Little Rock, it goes down there. The bridge goes towards Memphis.
Okay. And that would have been Evan Williams?
Mm-hmm.
When you left the woods and went back, were Damien and Jason still in the woods when you left?
They were still there when I left.
Okay. Now, what was it as far as daylight or dark? What was it when you left the woods?
I'll say about dark, close to dark.
Was it?
It was still light outside a little bit.
Okay. Okay. It was getting dark. Okay. And what did you do then?
I went to my house, got my mask, then went to Johnny, and we did.
Then you went wrestling? Was it dark when you left to go wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Believe it.
Okay. But on that night, was it already dark when you got ready to leave? Okay.
Because usually if they is ready to go and we don't go, we just sit there and sit there until we get ready to go.
Is everything you told me true?
Yes.
Okay. Is there parts of what happened that night that are hard for you to remember? I mean, are there things that happened that night that it's hard or difficult for you to remember? I mean, this is I'm making understand. Are there events that took place that night, things that happened that is somewhat difficult to remember?
I can't remember.
Okay. Were you there when the 3 boys were killed?
Yes, I was there.
I'd like to ask a question. When they threw them in the water, were any of them kicking or screaming or anything, or were they all unconscious, or do you know?
Well, they wasn't hollering. One of them was just moving.
Moving. When you say moving, how was it moving?
They was wiggling like a worm or something like that.
Was this the one that was castrated, or do you think?
I don't remember. It's just one of them. I don't remember.
And who threw them in the water?
Damien and Jason.
Okay, did they push them down and submerge them, weight them down, or just throw them in? Or do you know?
I don't know.
But you stood standing there watching?
I seen them put them in the water, but I don't know what they did after I left.
Yeah, were you left before they did?
Right.
And after it was over, did y'all have some conversations about it? Trick?
No, when I seen Damien and Jason on the 14th, they just looked at me and say nothing to me.
So y'all had a discussion about it? Lock blade is kind of fold up.
Yeah, it's got a little button on at the end of it.
How long was it?
Pretty long, yeah.
Have you seen it since?
No.
Did you know it belonged to Jason? Have you seen it before?
Yeah, we have. We got all kinds of money.
Jesse, this is for the purpose of the tape scan instead of prior to making the statement, you reviewed the talk to Mr. Crowell, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
You didn't want to talk to us?
No.
And again, we advise you not to make the statement. Is that correct?
Yeah.
The purpose of your tape, I would like to point out, as I did discuss in that earlier, that I think Mr. Misskelley is perjuring himself. Do you have an opinion, Mr. Crowell?
I have a very strong opinion that he's perjuring himself.
We feel like we inform the court, as officers of the court, and ethically that we need to take that statement for the record of the statement. Let me ask one other thing. Jesse, I asked you earlier about what you just told me about the events that took place the night of May 5th. Is that what you told me the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if asked to testify to that in court, would you and could you testify truthfully to that?
Yes, sir.
That would conclude your statement at 8:45 on February 17th, 94.